Hey, what's up everybody? This is Stu Fuchs from Ukulele Zen. Thanks for watching. I'm here in Mexico with a new lesson for you, 7 Chuck Berry licks. These essential licks are going to give you great vocabulary, great springboards for your own improvisational ideas. Now, apologies in advance if some motorcycles go by or if there's some construction noise. I am just hanging out here in the midst of a city. What we're going to do is outline these. Before I do, want to send this out to all the people who are in the villages in Florida. This is a preparatory video for you. I'm going to be showing up with my Florida tour next month. We're going to be having a Chuck Berry immersion. All the dates for my Florida tour are in the video description below. If you are in Fort Lauderdale or Clearwater, Tampa Bay area, hope to see you at some events. For those of you who are in the villages and everywhere else, hope you'll learn these licks. They're great springboards for your own improvisation ideas. There's a free tablature of all these licks on my website, so just go here to stufuchs.com and click where it says free tabs and goodies. Download your copy and come on back. We'll get started. All the licks I'm going to show you today will support the book Rockabilly for the Ukulele. This is an extension of the material in that book, which is more about rhythm playing. We learn some licks and stuff, but this is really about learning to solo. Okay, I'm going to go through these licks quickly, playing each one twice. There's 7 of them. They're all over a C major or C7 chord. You can move them to other places, but you'd have to make sure that the root note is on the first string. These are shown on the key of C, so it centers around the 3rd fret root note. If you want to move them to another place, you would have to move them to another root on the 1st string. I'll show you that very quickly at the end of this video. The first lick is called Chuck's Foundation. For this, you're going to want to make a hinge bar, gently press the knuckle down and cover 2 strings. Remember, when you practice this technique at first, be careful that you don't squeeze too much with the thumb. It's really just a lighter pressure than you might think. The riff goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, again. So some details that make this tasty is that I'm starting 1 fret below for the first beat and sliding into it. Notice how my thumb stays in the same place and it just slides on in. I'm also using my thumb to pluck both strings. I begin on the 2nd string and I aim for an imaginary string that's up here. If you aim for the imaginary string, you're guaranteed to get both the strings that are here. This little lick is a foundation of so many rock and roll riffs. So experiment with different rhythms. We're going to apply this in a lot of different ways in the next licks. The 2nd lick is called Johnny Be Cool. That's cause it's just like Johnny Be Good. And what we're going to do is slide into the 1st note using the middle finger. You slide from the 3rd fret of the 3rd string to the 4th fret. So slide in, and then you play 3rd fret, 5th fret, and then slide in that double stop. Here's the whole riff. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. Now, of course, the whole idea is to take this vocabulary. Once you memorize 1 or 2, you can interchange them, reorder them, make them your own, and do your own variations upon them. When you get number 2 worked out with number 1, you can do all kinds of stuff. Rock and roll. Lick number 3 is called Chuck's Double Stops. For this one, we're going to use double stops, not only using the 1st finger, but also the 3rd finger and the pinky, if you can manage it. If not, slide up your ring finger. Once again, I gotta repeat that you gotta practice these by playing them, squeezing, and then release. Make sure that you relax the hand. Make sure that relaxing the thumb and the wrist is really part of your practice. Here is Chuck's Double Stops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice how for this lick you're going from the outer strings to the inner strings, and I'm adding a little bit of a bend there. Just pull the strings down and then release to the open strings. It's a real rockin' sound, real nasty. Some people call it stank. Number 4 is called Keith Richardlandia. Keith Richards used things like this, all kinds of Stones tunes. For this one, we're going to play using the pinky, or you could use the ring finger. And then we're going to bend up like we did before, but now we're bending up on the 5th fret. Release, 3rd fret, open. I'll play it through twice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lick number 5 is called Rockin' the 4 chord. In the key of C, when you go to the 4 chord, you're playing an F7 chord, and this is a real nasty lick. You're going to use the ring finger and the pinky. It makes this diagonal shape. But while you're doing that, hold the 1st finger down at the 3rd fret. Again, keep your hand real light. You're going to lift up the pinky, and you get this real nasty sound. Almost it sounds like you're making fun of somebody. Nye, 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 nye. Okay, all kinds of rock players use this. Alright, so that vibrato and the bending of the strings adds a lot of taste, a lot of stank to it. Lick number 6 is called Chuck's Waterfall. You can use this over the 1 or the 4 chord, the C7 or the F7 chord. And for this one, I call it the Waterfall because it really moves from the very top of the scale all the way to the bottom. Here it is in context using the pinky. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. Now I'm going to play it using only the ring finger, and instead of fretting at the 6th fret, I'm going to bend for the second half of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here I go. The last lick is called Takin' It Home, and it's a turnaround in a blues progression in the key of C. So the lick outlines a motion from G7 to F7 to C7. And it goes like this. 2, 3, 4. Of course, you could play, instead of 8th notes, you could play triplets. 2, 3, 4. So like I said at the top of the video, all of these licks are in the key of C, so our root note is here at the 3rd fret of the 1st string. If you want to move any of these to another key, you can do it. Just find the root note. Say we wanted to move it to an F chord. We would play every one of these riffs, and this is our root note. So Johnny Be Cool would be targeting this up here at the 8th fret, F. Sounds like this. You could even play the changes like this. So you can hear how I moved from a C chord up to an F chord. All right, that's my time. Thanks so much for watching Ukulele Zen. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Hope you'll join our community and share this video with your friends. My tour dates for Florida, February 2018, are all below. There's links to tickets. These licks also will support the book Rockabilly for the Uke. So thanks so much for watching. Hope you're doing well. Keep on playing.